Good morning children. Welcome again here in this video tutorial. This is our science tutorial class. Before going to start our topic, let me ask you a question related to the topic. So look at here and tell me what materials do you think the following things are made of? So first one is mirror, and the second one is table tennis ball, the third one is utensils, and the fourth one is furniture. So the mirror is made up of glass, and here the table tennis ball is made up of rubber, okay, and utensils made up of metal, and furniture made up of wood. Right? Fine. Children, look around you. You can see things made of different materials. You can see things made of wood, rubber, glass, metal, plastic, etc. All these materials are given a common name called matter. Okay? This is a common name called matter. Fine. So tell me, what is matter? So children, we are discussing about matter. So our today's topic is matter and its states. Right? So we are discussing about matter. So first of all, we will know about matter. What is matter? Fine. So you can see here, matter is anything that has volume and mass. Okay, that has volume and mass. Mass, its weight, right? And volume, occupied space. Fine. So what is volume? Volume is the amount of space taken up or occupied by an object. Okay, this is a can, Coca-Cola Coke can, right? So how many space this can occupied? Okay, so this is the volume. How many Coke we can fill in this can? So this is the space, right? And it is a 250 milliliter can or 300 milliliter can or 500 milliliter can. This is the volume, right? And mass is the amount of matter that something is made of. Okay, mass, that is made up of, it is made up of metal, right? So Coke, the outer structure, that can is made up of metal, right? So volume is the amount of space taken up or occupied by an object, and mass is the amount of matter that something is made of. Okay students? Fine. Now we are talking about states of matter. So there are 3 states of matter. You can see here the 3 states of matter are solid, liquid and gas. We can also write here solid, liquid and gas. So these are the 3 states of matter. So let's start from the solid. What is solid? Okay. So look at here. This is a stone. Okay. This is a stone. A very heavy stone. This is solid. So what is solid? Exactly, we can say that solids have a definite shape and volume. You can see here it has a definite shape. Okay, it has a definite shape and volume. Volume, it's taking a space, right, and definite shape. That is known as solids, right? Okay. So in solid state, the particles of matter are very close to each other. You can see the particles, tiny molecules. Okay, tiny particles, these are known as molecules, right? So these are very closer. These are very closer to each other in solid state, right? You can see here all the molecules are very close to each other. So what they work? The solid particles hold each other very tightly. You can see here they hold each other very tightly, and that is there is a strong force of attraction between them, right? They hold each other very tightly. Look at this. They are holding each other very tightly. That's why there is a strong force of attraction between them, right? So these are the molecules of solid. They have a particular shape and fixed shape and volume. Okay, now look at the molecules of the particles of liquid. Okay, in liquid you can see in liquid state the particles are packed closely together. You can see here they packed closely together, but the particles in liquids are much farther apart than the particles in solid. Okay, these are much farther than the particle in solids. Okay, in solids we can see that the particles are closer to each other, and compared to the solids these are much farther, right? So these are the particles in liquid much farther apart than the particles in solids, right? So the force of attraction in liquids is weaker than it is in solids. Fine. Force of attraction also in liquid is weaker than the solids. So liquids have a definite volume, but they do not have definite shape. Fine. Liquid have a definite volume. It have a definite volume, right? It means that space occupied, right? But they do not have a definite shape, right? It's supposed to be you have a different kind of water bottle and you fill water in it, and you can see the water take the shape of the water bottle, right? So here you can see liquids take up the shape of the container in which they are kept. Fine. Liquid like any juice, any drink, you fill in any container that will take the shape of the container. It means that liquid have a definite volume, but they do not have a definite shape, right? Okay. Now come to the next, that is gas. So look at here, the boy is holding some balloons, and definitely the balloons have some gas, right? So this is gas, and here the boy is sitting near the fire, and the smoke is near the fire. That is also a gas, right? So here in gaseous stage, in gases, the particles of matter are very far away from each other. You can see here in solids the particles of matter are very close to each other, and in liquids much farther than the solids, and in gases the particles of matter are very far away from each other. You can see the particles are very far. One is here, one is here, one is here, one is here. They are very far to each other. Okay. Now The force of attraction between particles of matter in gases is very weak. Why it is very weak? Because they are very far from each other. If they will close, the force of attraction is very strong, right? And if they are very far, the force of attraction is between particles of matter and gas is very weak. Okay? That's why gases have neither a definite shape nor volume. Right? They do not have any shape and they do not have any volume. They can move here and the gases move here and there. Right? And if the air if the smoke of a sandal blowing and mixes in the air, fine, you can see the smoke of any sandal, right? And it mixes in the air. So it has neither a definite shape nor a definite volume, right? Gases can fill the entire space or volume of a container, irrespective of the container size, right? Gases can fill, you can see here, there is example of your home that is a gas cylinder. Gases fill in this gas cylinder, so it can take entire space or volume in the cylinder, right? Irrespective of the container size, you can see here gases can fill the entire space. Okay? So children, today we have learnt about the three states of matter. First one is liquid. We have just started from the solid, liquid and gas. Fine. So, solid, a substance that retains its size and shape without a container, a substance whose molecules cannot move freely except to vibrate, right? And in liquid, a substance that flows and keeps no definite shape because its molecules are loosely packed and constantly moving, right? They are loosely packed comparison to the solids and they move freely. It takes the shape of its container but maintains constant volume. It also occupied the space, right? So it has volume but it has no shape, right? In liquid. And gas, a substance that can only be contained if it is fully surrounded by a container or held together by gravitational pull, right? A substance whose molecules have negligible intermolecular interactions and can move freely. Fine, they are very far from each other, so they can move freely, right? So, children, here you can see the examples of solid, liquid, liquids and gases. So, some examples of solids, liquids and gases. So, the three states of matter are solid, liquid and gases. They have fixed volume and fixed shape. They have fixed volume but not a fixed shape. They neither have a fixed shape and nor a volume. Gases. Okay? So children, here is an activity. You have to do this activity at your home, right? So this is related to liquid. Fine. So what you have to do in this activity, you just take a glass of water and put a mark on the glass, right? So just put a mark on the glass. Then what you have to do to show the water label, you have to mark the glass, okay, to show the water level. Now what you have to do, pour the water carefully into a dry bottle such that no water spills out. Fine. So next process, what you have to do, pour the water carefully into a dry bottle, right? Another bottle, dry bottle. Fine. First, you just take a glass of water and mark it how much water you have to fill it. Okay. Now take a empty bottle, right? Dry bottle. Fine. And such that no water spills out. Fine. You can see that the water has taken the shape of the bottle. You can see here. When you fill the water in this bottle from the glass, the water take the shape of this bottle. You can see here. Okay. So next process, what you will do? Now pour the water back into the glass. Now again pour the water back into the glass. See here. So what is the result? Where is the water label in the glass? Now look at here. Same as it is. Right. So you will see that the water label touches the mark you had put earlier. You can see here. The water label touches the mark you had put earlier. Okay. So it means that the volume of water did not change. This shows that liquids have definite volume, right? It means that when you see the label touches the mark you had put earlier, it means the volume of water did not change. It is remain, right? This shows that liquids have definite volume. So children, you have to do this activity in your home. At your home, you just take a glass of water, right, and mark it, and then take a vessel or empty bottle. Now unload, pour the water in that bottle. You can see the water take the shape of that bottle, right? It means that it has no shape, no definite shape. And then pour again the water in the glass, and you can see the water label will be the remain. It means the volume of water did not change. This show that liquids have definite volume. So this is your activity. You have to do this activity at your home. Okay? So children, see you in the next science tutorial class. Okay? So revise your work which you have learned today, 3 states of matter, and do this activity very carefully. So stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.